Hey guys, this is Vysh from Vysh IAS and we are going to continue our Geography NCERT series. We had completed up to class 9th, chapter 2, and as I had told you, class 9th is very important with respect to UPSC. And why we say it's important? Because we have almost all the chapters like landforms, which we have already covered in chapter 1 and 2, and now in chapter 3 we'll be doing the drainage system, that is the river system. Chapter 4 5 onwards it will be again the vegetation, the tropical, the monsoons especially, which are all basic things which we need to know for our UPSC preparation in geography. Okay, because a lot of questions from both from the prelims and mains comes regularly, repeatedly, and so you have to prepare it well. So this 9th standard textbook, as you know, it will be having just basics to get you the feel of it, and a lot of definitions will be there so that you get familiarized with the topics. And when we go to higher classes, we will be having in-depth things. So in the class 11th and 12th, obviously it will be having a lot of coverage, but now you will be learning a lot of definitions which are very important. So if you need to make notes, please make a note of it. Okay, so we'll begin geography NCERT class 9 chapter 3. Okay, that is the drainage system. So the PDFs, please download it from the NCERT website. It's available free of cost. Anybody can download it. So drainage system. So let's see. We'll see some drainage patterns. We'll see some important rivers of India. Okay, I think almost all the rivers are covered in small paragraphs, and it's very important. Okay, so the term drainage, what does it mean? It describes the river system of an area. Okay, so drainage basically means the river system of an area. Now, drainage basin. The area drained by a single river system is called a drainage basin. You know, like lot of rivers come together or collide or form tributaries, form merging kind of thing and all. But an area drained by a single river system, it is a river system like Indus along with the tributaries, or Ganga along with the tributaries, that is called a river basin or a drainage basin. And in this picture, what you see, it is a water divide. That is, some physical feature is dividing two streams or two rivers. Okay, so that is water divide. So you learned three things: what is drainage basin, and what is water divide. Okay, these are basic definitions just for your understanding, so that when we read something in the next paragraph, you will be able to follow. The world's largest drainage basin is the Amazon River. That means that is a huge river. Okay, huge river system. That is in South America. Okay, now drainage system in India we'll see. Okay, so basically the rivers in India are divided into two types, you can tell: Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers. So from the name itself you will understand Himalayan rivers originate in the Himalayas and will be also fed by the ice, the glaciers. So melting will happen and then water will be available, or in the rainy season rain will be there. So throughout the year water will be there. But peninsular rivers, not all rivers will have water throughout the year. Okay, that is why we have the drought conditions and all, and people are not getting enough water, and also water disputes, which we learned in our polity part also. That is also becoming important because of peninsular rivers. Okay, we'll go in detail about all the rivers, but we just understand the basic difference. Okay, there is no ice and all, so it's not perennial. Peninsular rivers are not perennial. So the term again it's given perennial. That means water throughout the year. Okay, rain as well as melted snow, like I told. Two major Himalayan rivers are Indus and Brahmaputra. Okay, Ganga is also a Himalayan river. Yamuna is a Himalayan river. So we'll see those things also. The Himalayan rivers have long courses from the source to the sea. That means they have a much more lengthier drainage, you can tell, because from the mountain it has to rise, it has come down to the plains, and then plains it will flow, join with the tributaries, form distributaries, and then only finally go to the delta. That is, it will go and end in the Arabian Sea or the Bay of Bengal or something. So that will be a long route. Okay, for Himalayan rivers. So in this activity, obviously it will be carrying a lot of silt. Okay, the sand particles or the that kind of materials it will be carrying. So Himalayan rivers will have a lot of silt also, and it will form features like meanders, oxbow lakes, and other depositional features. We have seen this in lower classes. Again, here also I'll show you the picture when it comes. Before that, now this table is very important. UPSC have asked 2 to 3 times questions from this table alone. Okay, so it is about the drainage pattern of different rivers. So for basically 4 types are there: dendritic, trellis, rectangular, and radial. And it's very clearly understood if you know these images alone. Okay, so first I'll show you the radial. Radial, if you see this thing, it's obviously from a center point, from a high elevated place, it's going into different directions. Okay, so this is radial, that is radially going in all directions. Now first one, a dendritic drainage, if you see the picture, it's like branches of a tree, right? So it's like it's just going with the flow of the slope. If from top of a mountain, if you suppose pour some water downwards, it will be obviously going like this only in different branches kind of thing. It will not come in a straight line. So that is called dendritic. So dendritic and radial are very important and very easy to understand also. Now the other two I will show you. Other two is basically based on the joints or how it is formed. If you see this trellis thing in picture, it is like this is the tributary, okay, which is coming and joining the main river. So this is like kind of L shape, right, kind of right angle. So that right angle formation is formed in trellis. Here in description I'll again read it to you so that you don't miss out any definition part, because UPSC picks up statements from here. A river joined by its tributaries at approximately right angles develops a trellis pattern. A trellis drainage pattern develops where hard and soft rock exist parallel to each other. So these two statements are the only statements UPSC will pick up. There is nothing more to learn about it. So the tributaries and distributaries, sorry, the main river, they'll form a right angle, and also they'll develop where hard and soft rock exist parallel to each other. So this is the trellis. Now last one is rectangular. Rectangular drainage pattern develops on a strongly jointed rocky terrain. Strongly jointed rocky terrain. If it is a rocky terrain, then however the joints are happening, that is called the rectangular drainage. So these four things UPSC have asked as match the following. Say like left side they'll give these names, right side they'll give one line definition of it. So you should be able to match it correctly. Okay, very basic thing, but it has been asked in UPSC, that is why I focused on it. Okay, now let's proceed. So this is again the picture, again classics we have seen. So you know river, like it is coming down from a hill. So this zigzag thing, whatever happens, is called the meander. And this meander itself, suppose it is going like this, where I am showing the cursor now, and it is forming like this, and suppose this gap is filled by silt. What happens is a C portion will get cut off from the main meander. Okay, this C, this was actually a part of the meander itself, but here in this place where I am placing the cursor now, silt came. Okay, here and here silt came. So what happened is now the C alone got cut off. So that is called Oxbow Lake. And finally it will go and it will end in the delta. Delta again silt. This all are silt formation here, and because it will carry a lot of silt and it will form this delta. So the larger the or longer the length of the river, that much silt will be there. Okay, that's also UPSC statement actually. Because there will be a lot of small rivers which originates and gets over it very fast, like in western flowing rivers and all, which goes to Arabian Sea. There and all delta formation is not there. Right side of Indian map, like Sundarbans and all, you know there are big deltas, but in left side there is no deltas because there is no much silt itself to form the delta. Okay, so these kind of basic things you should know. Okay, now we'll see the okay, I don't think much importance is there in this paragraph. Okay, Himalayan rivers, we'll begin here. So we'll go river by river now. Okay, as I told, Indus, Brahmaputra and Ganga, most important ones, and always in news also, so we have to focus on it. So the river, all the I'll tell you another thing, important things you need to know about any river system is the origin of it, the tributaries, and because you are preparing for UPSC, you should know the left bank tributaries and the right bank tributaries. This textbook won't have that much detailed information, but UPSC have asked questions, and where it will go and form the delta, that is where it is ending. So origin, ending, the tributary distributaries, why is it in news, or if there is a river dispute going on. So such things, which all countries it passed through, which all states it passed through, the basic things you should know of at least that 7 to 8 important rivers of India. Okay, so as and when you learn, try to make notes of it, or try to make a table. I'll tell you how. One second, I'll show you one table which I always keep with me. See this table is something which I prepare, and it's not complete actually, but as and when I read about some river, what I'll do is I'll add to it. Okay, so actually you can add one more column. This is actually, first column is the rivers, one column you can add like origin. Okay, I have not put it here, origin, and then you can put for one river itself I have put two rows. Okay, this is not random rows, this is actually, the first row is the left bank tributaries and the second row is the right bank tributaries. So like that, if you do for every river, and just before the day of prelims, if you just glance through it, now you will not miss even a single question. Okay, so if you see Godavari has these many left bank tributaries. Okay, and another thing is there are similar names, so UPSC will pick up that similar names only. Like here if you see Vainganga, Penganga is for Godavari, and here Ramganga is for Ganga. Similarly for Krishna, I think there is some other thing which is ending with Ganga. Okay, so that kind of things, okay, they will definitely pick up. So you have to make a table like this and fill up all these things as and when you learn. It's not like one day you sit and by heart everything. Okay, you should prepare it yourself. Anyway, I'll be completing this table and then putting it in our Facebook page also, and then sharing with you when you buy the geography PDFs. Okay, because questions are there with us based on all these rivers. Entire geography is covered with over 200 MCQs with us. It will give a holistic coverage for you also. So when you buy that, you will get this also along with that. Okay, or check our Facebook page. Now we'll continue our NCERT. So Indus River system, it rises in Tibet, that is, it's not originating in India. Okay, even the name is Indus, it's not Indian. Okay, it is starting from Tibet near Lake Mansarovar. Okay, you will see later Brahmaputra also starts from the same point, Satluj also starts from the same point. So when whatever I am speaking, please make a note. Okay, because many things apart from the textbook knowledge I will be giving you. So flowing west, it enters India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. It forms the gorge in this part. Several tributaries. Okay, if you see, always for Indus we will be telling only the basic Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Sutlej, which is part of the Indus water treaty, but there are other tributaries also. Okay, don't think like that is the only tributary. So Zaskar, Nubra, Shyok, Hunza, UPSC will definitely pick up from here. Okay, so make a note of these things. Zaskar, Nubra, Shyok and Hunza are also tributaries of the Indus. The Indus flows through Baltistan and Gilgit, okay, the Pakistan occupied Kashmir region now, and emerges from the mountains at Attock. So there is a place called Attock. The Sutlej, the Bias, the Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum join together to enter the Indus near Mithankot in Pakistan. Okay, this kind of place and all don't need to remember, but you should know the tributary names. Okay, now and even picture it will be more clear. And if you see the length, 2,900 kilometers, it's actually more lengthier than Ganga, you should say, because Ganga is I think 2,500 kilometers only. Okay, so it's one of the longest rivers. So this is the one holistic picture which will show all the rivers together. Okay, so one by one you have to have a map like this in your room where you are studying, and always have a look, have a glance. Okay, because the river systems mapping often comes. Okay, in UPSC. So if you see here the main tributaries, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Sutlej, Bias and all, everything is going and joining the Indus river. If you see, actually everything is first itself going and joining the Chenab river, and then Chenab and Sutlej is together going and meeting the Indus. Okay, and everything is merging in Pakistan. Only one exception, Bias originates in India and also end in India. Okay, it is joining the Sutlej here itself, this point where I am keeping the cursor. Okay, so here it will meet. Okay, and all the things are starting in India also. Okay, only thing is Indus and Sutlej. If you see this point where I am keeping cursor now, Indus is starting from here, Sutlej is also starting from here. Okay, all the other rivers are starting from India only. I am talking only about Indus system. Okay, now, and Ganga, if you see here, we have the Gangotri glacier and Yamunotri glacier. So Ganga is coming, Yamuna is coming, and Yamuna will ultimately join Ganga. So Yamuna is it has its origin in Yamunotri, but it's going and joining Ganga. So it's a tributary of Ganga, you can call. And then Ganga will have a lot of other things which I told, Ram Ganga, Gomti, Gagra, Gandak, Kosi, many things are there. Okay, you will learn when you form that table like I told, you will be easily able to remember all this. Don't think it's very difficult. And Yamuna itself had its tributaries like Chambal is there, Betwa, Ken will be somewhere here. So you know, Ken Betwa river linking project is happening here in Madhya Pradesh. Then this one is important, west flowing, Narmada, Tapi. Okay, because here Vindhya and the Satpura ranges will be there. So actually these two rivers are flowing in Rift Valley. Okay, Rift Valley we have seen in the last chapter. Ganga, which I told, Godavari tributaries. Then Mahanadi is here, which is ending in the Chilka Lake area. Then Kolleru Lake is in news. Then here somewhere Pulikat Lake will be there. Lakes are also equally important, like that of river. So I'm just giving you a holistic view. This is the long one, the Sangpo River, which is Brahmaputra's name in China. Then I'm trying to explain a lot through pictures, okay, because text is very boring and you will not be able to relate it also. And at a place called Dihang, it will be taking this U-curve coming into India, entering Arunachal Pradesh. In Arunachal Pradesh, its name is Siang. It is in news every day nowadays, Siang, because it is getting polluted because of a tunnel being created in China region. So that is Siang, and then after that it enters Assam, where it is called the Brahmaputra. In Assam only it is called Brahmaputra. Okay, before that it is Siang, and before that it is Sangpo. And after Assam also, when it goes to this Bangladesh region, it will again take some other name, I think Padma or something. Then finally, not Padma, I think Jamuna. Then after that Ganga will be coming here, they will be joining together, they will form something called the Meghna. So the final name before entering the Bay of Bengal Delta is the Meghna, okay, which is a combination of Ganga and Brahmaputra both. Okay, so that naming and all we will see when we see the rivers individually, but try to know this holistic or general things. Okay, and a lot of tiger reserves, lot of dams, these are things which UPSC picks up. Okay, then so Tropic of Cancer you see here passing through this center of India. I have told the trick also in the chapter 9 video 1. Please watch that. 8 states, easily you can remember. You will learn once and you will never forget. That's how I teach you the tricks. Okay, simple tricks it will be, and it will be retained in your mind. Okay, so let's continue and try to finish off this, else video will be very lengthy. Okay, Indus Water Treaty, you know, it is called as the most generous treaty, and it is in favor of Pakistan. Okay, out of the 6 tributaries, 6 river systems in Indus, 3 major ones are going to Pakistan, and India is getting only 20% of the total water carried by Indus system. Okay, so that is why it is called one of the failed policies of Nehru also at that time. So Indus, we saw some pictures and all, we saw how it is having the tributaries. Now we'll see Ganga. Okay, Ganga, this picture is very important. It is Dev Prayag, where the Alaknanda and the Bhagirathi meets. Okay, and it's not like Bhagirathi directly starts from an origin and then comes and meets the Alaknanda. Okay, it has a series of Prayags actually in between. It's not given in this chapter. For that also I'll make a different table and show you someday. So it's like before Devaprayag there will be Rudraprayag will be there, then some other, I don't remember, there are 4 important prayags now which you have to learn, and at what place what river takes what name. Okay, the actual flow of Ganga right from Gangotri glacier till the confluence here at Devaprayag, it's important. Okay, after that also it's important till it goes to its delta, but these prayags UPSC can form as the following questions. Okay, I'll tell you some other day. Now so again what I told, Gangotri glacier at Uttarakhand, Alaknanda and Devaprayag, sorry, Bhagirathi and Alaknand at Devaprayag, that is where it confluence and forms the actual Ganga. Now again Yamuna, Gagra, Gandak, Kosi, these are different tributaries which I showed you in picture. Yamuna rises from Yunatri glacier, then right bank tributary meets Ganga at Allahabad. Allahabad, you know, the Triveni Sangam or the Prayag and all is there, the region where Ganga, Yamuna and an imaginary river called Saraswati, okay, an old river which is there in the Vedas and all. Those three come together at Allahabad. Okay, then other thing about Ganga, the main tributaries, Chambal Betwa zone, actually it's tributaries of Yamuna, okay, and Yamuna is in turn a tributary of Ganga. Ganga flows eastward till Farakka in West Bengal. This is the northernmost point. Not much important. Whatever is important, I will tell you. Okay. Brahmaputra, I told you, it joins with Brahmaputra and finally it will be called Meghna. Okay, joined by Brahmaputra and finally called Meghna in Bangladesh. And the delta, Sundarbel Delta. Okay, you know all these things. The Sundarbel Delta gets its name from Sundari tree. Okay, the mangrove forest which is there. That is why it's called Sundarban. World's largest and fastest growing delta. Okay, and it's also the home of the Royal Bengal tiger. So this kind of environment related stuff for UPSC. So make a note. Ganga, like I told, 2500 km. Indus was 2900. Okay. Now Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra, like I told, different names in different places. Already I covered, but the place names, maybe this one, Namcha Garva is the place where it takes that U-turn. Okay, and there Dihang I showed you in the picture. Dihang is that point, and there it is joined by Dibang, which is there in Arunachal. Okay. Then different other tributaries are there, Lohit. So here one more thing, that origin thing I told you, Mansarovar Lake, Indus, Satluj and Brahmaputra, all three are from the same place. So UPSC can form, like last year they formed a statement like Teesta originates from the same place like Brahmaputra, but that was actually a false statement. So UPSC picks up very simple things like this, but you should be alert. Brahmaputra is known as Sangpo in Tibet and Jamuna in Bangladesh. Okay, so large volume of water, all these things, just basic things about a river, like it will carry silt and then finally ends up in delta. So that's about Brahmaputra. Now Peninsula Rivers. So Peninsula Rivers, important one, names you should know in order: Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Okay, Kaveri is in news, Mahanadi is in news, both because of river dispute. Godavari because of the Godavari Krishna because of the finding of gas also, and also the river linking project. Okay, Pattisima lift irrigation project, everything is related to Godavari Krishna. So then Narmada Tapi is the west flowing rivers actually. The other all are east flowing. Okay, and these both are Rift Valley, flowing in the Rift Valley. That I will show you in detail here. It flows towards the west in a Rift Valley formed due to the faulting. So there we have, I told you, Vindhyas are there, then Narmada, then Satpura is there, and below that Tapti is there. So that is the order. Okay, a range, a mountain range, a river, again a mountain range, again a river. That is the order. Okay, the marble rocks near Jabalpur where the Narmada flows through a deep gorge and the Duadar Falls. So they are telling some important features or reliefs there, marble rocks and Duadar Falls. Okay, and the origin, Amarkantak. This is also UPSC formed a question like which are the two rivers which originate from Amarkantak. Okay, one is this Narmada, which is starting from it's somewhere near Madhya Pradesh. It will start from there and then flow westwards and end in Arabian Sea. Then this another river which starts from here and then go northward and it will go and join the Ganga. That's exactly how UPSC made the statement. That river is actually the Son River. Son River starts from Amarkantak, go upward, join the Ganga. So it is a right bank tributary of Ganga. So Amarkantak becomes important like that. Also last year one sun temple related question came and I think Amarkantak was there in the choice, but there are no sun temples there, so it was a false statement. Okay. Tapi, like I told, rises in the Satpura range, Betul district. So when you form the table in the origin place, you can fill these things. Okay. Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Narmada also flows to the same states, 3 states. Another important or a few other important west flowing rivers, Sabarmati, Mahi is there in Gujarat, Bharatapura and Periyar is there in Kerala. Okay, so these are some important west flowing rivers. So UPSC have asked that also, which of the following are west flowing. Godavari, it is the longest or largest peninsular river, okay, actually. So it's also even called the Ganga of the South and all in olden textbooks and all, Dakshin Gangotri and all, it will be mentioned sometimes. Okay, then 1500 kilometer. Origin is in Nasik. Then states Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra. Godavari is joined by number of tributaries. All tributaries are not mentioned here, but few are there. Purna, Vardha, Pranhita, Majra, Vainganga, Penganga. Okay. Last three tributaries are very large because of the length, and it's this thing, exactly what I called Dakshin Ganga, it is called. Okay. Mahanadi is in news because Orissa and Chhattisgarh is fighting for this river, and also it's taken a political angle because one side is like BJP government and one side is the BJD government. Okay, I think Biju Janata Dal or something, who have been ruling there for last 15-17 years. So Orissa Chhattisgarh fight is happening, so it is very important. So you have to know the tributaries of Mahanadi also. So it is actually north of Godavari. Okay, east flowing rivers, the Peninsula Rivers, one of the northmost is Mahanadi River. Krishna Basin, Mahabaleshwar, this is the origin, 1400 kilometers. Tungabhadra, Koyna, Ghatprabha, Musi, Bhima. Okay, these are also important things. Bhima was in one of the mock tests which I attended. Like Bhima is the tributary of which one? Okay. Then Kaveri Basin. Kaveri rises in the Brahmagiri range. So these are very easy things. Okay, if you form a table and then just read it before prelims, it will be easy. Okay, now don't think you are reading a lot of names. It will be very easy because I have learnt all this very easily. Okay, just using NCERT, not like any other coaching material or any other source. Okay, total length is 760. So if you see, length is very small, and for this Kaveri river, I think 4 states are fighting. Okay, Kerala and Puducherry don't have much role, but Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, it was a huge protest last year, if you remember. Okay, there were curfews, there were bandh, there were strikes, and buses were burning, people were killing each other, everything just in the name of water. Okay. Then River Kaveri makes the second biggest waterfall in India, that is Shivasamudram. It's a beautiful thing. If you are in Bangalore or Karnataka region, it's very like you can drive to there and watch this place, Shivasamudram. Hydroelectric power is generated, that is why also it's important. To the Kolar gold field in Karnataka, Mysore, Bangalore, all these regions depend on this place. Okay. Then saltwater thing. Most of the water is saltwater. Only fresh water is available in glaciers and underground groundwater and all. So we have covered it already in previous classes. Lakes. So Dal Lake, Jammu and Kashmir tourist spot, very important. Shikhara is a boat, houseboat there. So just terms like this are important. Srinagar, Nainital, other tourist places. Then lakes, okay, Caspian, Dead, Aral Seas. These are like lakes, it is called, but it is very large that sometimes it is lakes, but large so that it is referred to as sea. Why it is lake? Because sea is something which is like open and it will go and join the ocean. Okay, like Arabian Sea and all. But these things are actually landlocked, meaning it's between a land like Caspian, the Dead Sea, the Aral Sea. These are all between land. Try to find out these in maps. UPSC have asked multiple times. So you know in between which countries it is, or the order like left to right, west to east and all. You should know these rivers. So these seas. Okay. So these are lakes actually, but it's which is named as sea because it is very lengthy. Okay. You should know such basic things. Then India has many lakes. Not much important. Meandering. Oxbow Lake. I already told you what it is. Chilka Lake, Pulicat Lake, Koleru Lake. All three are important. Okay, everything is there in the eastern coast of India. If you arrange from north to south, it will be I think Chilka, then Koleru, then Pulicat. Last year 2017 Pulicat was there. Like it passes through 2 states. That was the statement. It's actually true. It passes through Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Okay, it's in the border. And this year also it's in news because of the Flamingo festival going on over there. Sambar Lake in Rajasthan, it's a saltwater lake. So these kind of things you should know. Which is saltwater, which is fresh water. Okay, in Kerala also south there is that. Vembanad, Shastamkota and Ashtamuti. Okay, 3 lakes are there in order. All 3 are Ramsar sites also. So these kind of things, when you learn geography, it automatically overlaps with environment also. Okay. Okay, Vular Lake in Jammu and Kashmir, because it's important because it's a result of tectonic activities. That is some earth movement, and that is how this lake was formed. Largest freshwater lake in India is Vular Lake. Okay, you should know such basic fact. It's basic GK. Dal Lake, Bhintal, Nainital, Loktak, and Barapani are some other important freshwater lakes. So all these are freshwater lakes. Apart from natural lakes, the damming of rivers for the generation of hydel power has also led to formation of lakes. Okay, because dams will be blocking the rivers and also intermediately lakes will be formed. So such example is Guru Gobind Sagar in Bakranangal project. Okay, try to find out in which state it is. Loktak Lake, Manipur, it is very important. The Sangai festival is there. So these kind of things which I told you, Flamingo festival, Sangai festival, then there is one Hornbill festival. These kind of animal related festivals and all, it's very important, and UPSC likes to form questions from there. Okay, then lakes are of great value. These are basic things: natural beauty, aquatic ecosystem, tidal power, the basic usage of water itself. Okay, role of rivers in the economy. Rivers have been fundamental. Settlements, right from this and all we have covered in lower classes, like all the civilizations, Indus Valley, Magadha, all those things had been there in the river basins also, even Harappa. Okay, then river pollution, it's a big problem. Ganga river cleaning is in news all the time. If you see here in this table, 1985, right from the Rajiv Gandhi government, they have started this Ganga action plan, and then it was like declared closed by 2000. Steering committee, not much important. These are very old things. The latest one, whatever Namami Gange or the things which Modi government is doing now, that is important for you. Okay, you can know a little bit of history, but more focus should be given to the current affairs. Okay, so that is how this chapter ends. You have seen a holistic view of all the important rivers, which is salt water, which is inland, which is what is a perennial, which is Himalayan. Such basic things about drainage system. The drainage patterns I have shown you. So we'll see some 4-5 basic MCQs. Which one of the following describes the drainage pattern resembling the branches of a tree? So obviously it is dendritic, which I showed you. All the other things, please try to recall, okay, what is each thing. In which of the following states is the Wular Lake? Wular Lake, we know it's Jammu and Kashmir, and it's the largest freshwater lake. River Narmada has its source at, I told you, Amarkantak, where Son River also begins. Which one of the following is a saltwater lake? It's the Sambar Lake in Rajasthan. Which one of the following is the longest river of the peninsular India? It's Godavari. Okay, some I think 1,400, 1,500 kilometers something. Which one amongst the following rivers flows through a rift valley? Rift valley, Narmada and Tapi. So here Tapi is there in options. So this is how you answer basic questions to understand you have understood what you have read through NCERT now. Okay, so that was chapter 3, and these questions also is important because UPSC will take this same thing and just frame it in a UPSC statement kind of thing, and will put words like elucidate, elaborate and all. It's just NCERT questions they are picking up, and they are just adding such keywords which will make it more, what to say, UPSC standard. That's all. They are asking very basic questions, whether it be in mains or whether it be in geography optionals. So prelims perspective, I think I have covered most of the things. The table I will complete and put it in the Facebook page by the MCQs from us. So I'll come up with chapter 4 soon. So till then, give your feedback and continue learning. Have a nice day.